So, hi everyone, and today we are going to solve this leetcode daily challenge called maximum product of splitted binary tree. So basically, we need to remove some edge, and it will split the binary tree into two subtrees. We need to calculate the sum of those two subtrees like S1 and S2, and then we want to find the product S1 into S2, and we want to maximize this product. And after maximizing the product, we want to return its modulo weight 10 to the power 9 plus 7. So yeah, the answer will be, since the data types are like the values are up to 10 to the power 4, and we are calculating the sum of each node, so there are 10 to the power 4 nodes as well. So the sum will remain in the value of int, but the product will go out of it, so we will take the long data type for calculation. Also, how we will calculate, like how are we finding the sum? Suppose the total sum for the whole binary tree is t. If I want to find the sum of these two binary trees, if I remove this edge, what I can do is I can find the sum of the subtree rooted at 2. Suppose that sum is s, and if I subtract s from t, I can get the sum of this remaining subtree. Okay, so for each node, we will calculate the sum of the subtree rooted at that node, and we will, so this will give the sum of one subtree, and we can remove this sum from the total sum, which will give the subtree sum of the other subtree. And now we have both the sums, so we can find the product. And this we will do for each node. So we will use DFS for calculating the subtree sums. So this is the method I'll be using, subtree sum. So if I give a node to this method, it will give me the sum of the subtree rooted at that. Okay, so this will be my node, and I'll have some map which will store the sum of all the nodes. Okay, I will use a map which will store the sum of all the nodes. So if I'm at node 2, it will store the sum of the subtree rooted at 2. So it will be something like this, and subtree sums. Okay, now if my node is null, then I'll return 0. Otherwise, for a particular node, I'll find its left subtree sum, I'll find its right subtree sum, and in addition to that, I'll also add the value at that node, and I'll get the subtree sum rooted at that node. So subtree sum for the left child and subtree sum for the right child. I think this is clear. And then we'll update the subtree sums map for this node. We'll have node value plus sum, and also return this value. Okay, so now we have subtree sums for all the nodes in this map. Now we just want to iterate on this map and find the S1 S2 basically. So first I'll initialize this map, and it will be subtree sums equal to new hash map. And what else I can do, I will calculate the total sum. So total sum will be subtree sum of root. Also I'll have an answer variable for storing the answer. Now I'll traverse this map, and I can entry subtree sum reset and now I'll find s1, which will be entry.getValue, and I'll find s2, which will be total sum minus s1, and I'll find the maximize the answer s1 into s2. So ideally we should, this is the maximized answer and we can return this, but we want to return the modulo answer, so I'll do mod, and all of this is in long, so I want to typecast it into int. Yeah, this should work. So if there are n nodes, then time complexity will be O of n because I'm using DFS, and it will also use the recursion stack, so that can be also be O of n. So yeah, thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Yeah, bye bye.